Apparently, snuggling for money is a thing these days. I don't know if you've heard about that. There's like a news story or something, like a year ago, and I saw it again tonight. Figured it was worth talking about. Don't forget to include your own opinion when I'm done, please. I don't want to sound like a jerk, but please do not comment like I agree or so true or anything like that. I want to know your opinion. Please don't be a sheep and just, copy me or whatever. So anyways, let's get into it. Last year there was a news story about a woman who made about $260 a day by cuddling men in her home. And now, I don't know if it's the same woman or not. I don't want to do too much research on this. But there's a site or a company or business or whatever called the Snuggery. And the rates and services are 45 minutes for $50, 60 minutes for $60, or 90 minutes for $90. Or you can do the double whammy, have a double cuddle with two women for up to $180 for 90 minutes. And at first glance, you'd probably think, every single man who uses this is pathetic, and it's disgusting, and, you're such a loser for using this. But looking a little bit closer, I would also say that the women who are charging men for this are also kind of pathetic. I mean, to a degree, I don't really find a fault in them exploiting what they were given. How attractive women are so revered. If they want to make money by doing this, then I don't really see a problem in them, because there are people with other things that, people who are born tall, they can play basketball and no one's gonna really look at them like, oh, you asshole, I'm short and I can't play basketball, so don't you dare do that or whatever. But at the same time, I think it's really depressing how they're charging for such a basic human interaction. Like, I don't have a problem at all with women who charge for sex or men who buy sex, because it's so prevalent anyways. Some people would argue that it's always been this way, and I don't mean with prostitution or anything. I mean with sex being so meaningless or whatever. Because you always hear stories of men like, oh, I met this chick in the bar and I fucked her, or I picked up a girl and I fucked her, me and my girlfriend fucked on the first day or whatever, and it doesn't sound like it really means much. But, on the opposite side, I never hear about men getting drunk just to hug someone, so it seems like any single facet of human interaction is now a commodity to be paid for. And I really hate how the women operating these kind of sites or businesses or whatever, they try and act like it's for the man's benefit. Like, there's nothing so spiritually connecting about the human touch. Come relax with me. When in reality, it's give me $100 so I can touch you, because otherwise I wouldn't bother to be seen with you. So I think in that sense it's pretty pathetic, and I definitely wouldn't pay for it. But I think it's really depressing how some people would, as people who are so low on the totem pole of society that they can't get any physical affection at all, and they feel the need to pay for it. I don't think it's people who are looking at these sites and think like, oh wow, that girl's hot, it'd be so great to spoon with her or whatever, I'm doing it because she looks so nice. Nah, I think it's mostly people who are pretty much out of options, and they think that wasting $100 or $200 just to sit in bed with someone is worth it, so they can get that one-time experience. Hopefully I'm not like that, but in 6 years, if I'm still like this at 25, then I can probably see myself seeing an escort. And speaking of that, I got a question on Ask FM, by the way, link to that's down below, a couple days ago, about my thoughts on men who go see escorts. I don't have a problem with it, because obviously not everyone gets sex, and I think it's mostly women having sex with the same best men, more so, than most men getting sex. A lot of people like to skew it like, oh, women only sleep with the top 20% of men. That's not true. because otherwise we'd have 80% virgins, but nah, I don't know. Sometimes you want to have sex with like a 9 out of 10 looking woman with giant boobs or whatever your thing is, and yeah, go pay for it. I don't give a damn about that. But lowering yourself to waste money to hug someone, now that's pretty pathetic. And on one hand, it's like, no one should have to pay for that. It's kind of a basic thing. Like, it's just hugging someone, which cuddling with someone, which I haven't done personally, but, it's so basic. Like, why the hell would you pay for that? But on the other hand, it's like, women aren't entitled to do that for you. It's not like women are supposed to go after men they're not attracted to, just so no one's alone in that sense. But, I still feel bad for those affected by it, including myself, but I don't really throw a pity party for myself, or at least I don't anymore. But yeah, for escorts and that kind of thing, I don't care, and I think it's pretty hypocritical that women judge men who do that so much, and they do it so harshly, like, wow, what a fucking loser. He has to pay for sex, and then some outsiders like, well, would you have sex with him so he's not a virgin? Oh, fuck no. It's like a paradox. You can't have sex with any woman without paying, yet if he pays, he's a bigger loser. That's kind of retarded. But goes back to what I said a minute ago. They're not obligated to have sex with you if they find you unattractive, but at the same time, they're going to mock you for it. I think that's pretty stupid. But yeah, anyways, I think that's all I got to say. I really hate making those 10-minute videos where I repeat the same points over and over again. So I think that's it. What do you think about this? I think most of my viewers are female, so in that case, you probably wouldn't have as much wouldn't have as much of a side that I'm looking for. Like, I would prefer a male's perspective because honestly, they have a harder time getting a partner than women. So I don't know. If you're a woman, I'd like to know your input too, even though it probably doesn't affect you. I'd like to know what you think. Like, if paying for cuddling is pathetic, or if you would do that with a male friend of yours or something just to alleviate him of needing to waste money and look pathetic, or what. I don't know. What's your stance on it? Comment down below. Yeah, that's it. Ask FM account is down below in the description if you want to ask me shit. And yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching. See you later. Goodbye.